Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mayor Billy Knight. This is time for your River City Chat. You know, I have with me now again our Chief of Police, and we want to talk about a subject here today that we just want to give you a heads up about what's coming, because I don't want people to say they didn't know about it, and if they had known about it, they would have done better. So we want to tell you right now what is about to come. But before we do that, Chief, I want to thank you and all of your patrol men and women for the weekend. We just got off of the great homecoming, Monarch's homecoming.
Yes, sir.
And the 4th of July, and everything, to my understanding, went smooth. There was no serious problem, no serious arrest. Nobody got hurt. Your guys are there supporting the parade, and that got through real well. And so I want you and your men and women to know how much we appreciate the support, and all the people many of the people from out of the area that's come back home recognize that.
All right.
And they said, man, the police was on top of it. They really supported us. And Alderman Chastain mentioned it in the board meeting.
Yes,
but
sir.
now these are people that's coming from other areas that also recognize that. So I want you and your men to know, and women to know, how much we appreciate that support.
Well, thank you. We were glad that no serious incidents happened. We were out there, you know, these guys and ladies have to work on the holidays and stuff like that, but we're always going to be there, no matter what.
Yeah,
24 hours, 7 days a week.
That's one thing about, I guess, the men and women that choose to go in this field, ladies and gentlemen, they know, first of all, it's dangerous. But secondly, also know they got to work when everybody else is having fun, you know. So they signed up for this. So when they sign up for it, they know all these things was a part of it. So, you know, we just want you to know how much, want the chief to know how much we appreciate it, and what I'm asking our citizens to do. When you see the officers, you let them know how much you appreciate what they're doing. Because number one, it's a dangerous job. And I know you see them riding around most of the time, but when they stop someone, they don't know what's gonna happen. Anything could go awry in a quick second. So it's a real dangerous job. So I want you to let them know how much we appreciate you. So I just wanted to get that out there.
Thank you. I'll let them know, sir.
All right. The topic today, though, you know, we've been having people come to our board meetings talking about all of the speeding that we have throughout our city, in particular in our neighborhoods. But they also talk about how fast automobiles travel on Main Street, and particularly at the red light there at Bellevue coming north on 613, how fast they're coming right downtown. So we have a device here, it's a radar gun, that we are into an agreement where we have this radar gun that is our office is going to be using, and we want all of you to have enough heads up to know this is coming. And so this radar gun is, an officer is trained to manage this gun, and this gun will be aimed at a vehicle that's coming toward them, and they will simply follow that vehicle, and it also picks up the tag. What happens at that point, Chief?
If the vehicle is found to be speeding and violating whatever speed limit on whatever street that the officer's working on at that time, there will be the tag and registration information will be uploaded into a database. The officer will verify that's the car, that's the person who's driving the car, and they'll verify the citation, and the citation will be issued and mailed to the registered owner of the vehicle.
And somebody gonna say that's not my car. I wasn't driving the car.
The way that works is it takes a picture of the driver, so we'll be able to verify that if you were not the one driving the vehicle, and we have a picture of who was driving it, then we can verify it, and then we'll act accordingly with the citation.
Does anything happen to the person that was driving the car at all? In that case, when it's not?
If the person, if the registered owner can tell us and we can verify that's who was driving at the time of the violation, then we can issue that person a ticket.
Okay, all right. I just want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that we're trying to do everything we can, and this is not a money-making thing for the city of Mossbourne. You know, it's not a money-making thing. It's about a safety issue for me. So I don't want anyone out there thinking that we're trying to raise money, you know, by ticketing people, because that's not what we're trying to do. It's about public safety. We're trying to slow people down. The citizens are asking for this kind of support. So this is a portable unit, as you see, and we're going to have it in all these communities all over our city. And the reason I'm telling you that, because you're not gonna know where they are. You know, they're not gonna be hiding out anywhere, but they're gonna be out visible. But before you know it, you'll be right up on these officers with this radar gun and you won't even know it. So Chief, is that right? We all gonna be able to move this around, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is a partnership with this company, Telesafe. It starts out once the officer observes you speeding and he verifies your speed on the LiDAR camera and the picture is taken and your tag's taken. A citation will be issued, but the first part of the program is a diversion program, where if you're allowed to go through this diversion program and this ticket does not go against your insurance or anything like that, but if you choose not to go through that diversion program, this ticket is treated like a regular citation. It goes through our municipal court system, and then will be reported to insurance and stuff like that. Furthermore,
What is the minimum over the speed limit that you're gonna be ticketed? Is it 10 miles over the?
yeah, we have it set over 10 miles over the speed limit. We're going to move it to various locations throughout the city, and of course, we know school is going to be starting up pretty soon. We'll have it in the school zones also. But the biggest thing about it is the force multiplier, which the officer does not have to do a traffic stop. There's no contact with the person that's speeding, with the officer at the time they're speeding. You get your picture taken, your registration tag, license information, picture gets taken, it gets run through the database already, and a citation is mailed out. There's no contact between that officer besides driving by him at a high rate of speed, if that's the case.
And a good thing about it for the city, for the officers, is that it's time consuming. It's not to have to get out and write a ticket and stop cars. It's time consuming. You only can do 5 or 6 an hour, if that. But with this one, you know, you just do it over and over again. And so it's going to be to get more people trapped in this situation if they're speeding. So just know that 10 miles over the speed limit is the max that you can travel. So you need to make sure you are paying attention to the speed zone and stay within that limit, because if not, you're subject to be picked up by this radar gun. It's not about trying to make any money for the city. It's about safety. And our officers are out there for that purpose only, not to try to trap anybody or do anything wrong or devious to anybody. It's about trying to provide public safety. In particular, as the chief said, in our school zone, we're definitely going to be policing that very heavily with this. But it's all over our city that we're going to be using it. Chief, thank you so much for the time and explaining this to us. And we may have to do it again later just to remind people,
Yes, sir.
so they'll be aware of what's going on. Just remember, this is it. It's going to be out there on the streets pretty shortly. Have a good day.